Hello my friends, welcome. In my video about the introduction to sanding, I've shown you this window, and today I will show you how to renovate it. Let's go. You see here the catastrophic state of this window. So the old coatings have been damaged with time, especially because of the sun and because of the bad weather. And you see here, by the way, in the background, the cupboard which I use for showing you how to liberate the doors of a wooden cupboard. But you still see here that it's really in a very bad shape. So for this works, we will close the window first because it's a lot of dust. And this surface you can sand with a paper, but we'll be using one of my favorite tools, the multi-tool, with the relevant sanding papers. It will be essentially 40 to start with, then 80, and then we have some finer sanding papers. The big advantage of the multi-tool is that you can reach parts which are usually quite difficult to reach. So now we're going to work a little bit from inside, so careful about the dust, to remove the parts which I couldn't access because the window was closed, like this here. Here the final result of the 40 sanding. It's quite brutal, but you need to have what you need. And finally I decided to stay inside because it's much more convenient. So there's already dust on the ground, so that's it. So now I put the 80 sanding paper, and we'll do the same parts which I just did, still from inside. See here the end result of the paper 80, so we're getting closer to a nice texture. So now we've finished the big sanding, and now we'll proceed with the small sanding, and I will take this plateau. Before attacking the paint, we will still check if there is not still some imperfections in the sanding. For this, we'll use a manual paper, and then we can go for the paint. Typically here you see this is a little imperfection. Of course, this has to be done clean before starting the paint. Here I'm using a turn 40 painter. We can see it's essentially on the side that this little last correction is needed. That's it, my friends. The sanding operations are now finished. You could see the usefulness of this tool, the multifunction tool, in particular with a triangle. The triangle enables you to reach really every single corner. Chut, le chien. And you could also see there that I became again friend of the 93 millimeters triangles. These are indeed very good for not removing any surface, but for preparing the surface for the paint. So sorry for what I said in my video about the power tools for sandings. This of course will lead to a rectification. Let me also add that I made a video about how to improve the insulation of a window with a wooden frame. Quite easy. You will see there that I used the same tool that I used for the sanding. So in case your windows are not closing well, don't hesitate to have a look at this video, which is an operation that you may undertake before starting the full-fledged restoration. I can only invite you now to join the next video, which is about preparing the glass of the window for avoiding that there are some stains of paint going onto it and for having very clear borders. So see you in a minute on Happy Hour TV 1.